Obviously, we worked on a sort of game plan all week, and you know what it's going to be like with the Rangers coming to town. It's a tough game, but we were superb in the game, felt quite comfortable. They're obviously dangerous, but felt quite comfortable. And then Scott Arfield's come on a few times. He's done that now against us, just makes a good run in the area late and scores. And before we sort of could regroup in that, they've hit us with another killer blow, and it was disappointing, but we can be proud of our efforts. I thought we were great against a top team, and we'll move on now. Dundee United away next week, so we'll be ready for that, and we'll kick on there.
Yeah, a really difficult task for yourself in the midfield today. Without the ball for large spells, and just how tough is a game like that to play in? Where we're sat in for so long, you don't have a lot of the ball. You're a attacking midfielder. Really, it's not really your game, but you've sacrificed yourself today for the team, and it was a valiant effort from everyone.
Yeah, that's what it is against top teams like Rangers. You're going to suffer without the ball, like we knew that, but that's why it's vital. You keep your shape, and you know they're going to have the ball. You can't be frustrated, let them have it, and you try and hit them a counter attack or a sucker blow like Joel did. That's perfect for us. Get 1-0 up, gives us something to hold on to in the game and keep our shape and frustrate them. And that's the game plan was going well, but obviously you can never switch off against Rangers because they can punish you like that, and they've shown that. 2 goals in a few minutes, and once they get in the lead it's hard to claw it back really. So it's a great effort, but we're disappointed in there because we wanted to pick up something out of the game. So it's a good start of the season in terms of performance, but we've not taken points, so we'll move on to next week and go and try and take the 3 points.
You mentioned Joel Nouble there. Obviously must have been a pleasure to play with today, the goal itself, but I imagine he gave you guys a lot of breathers. He caused Rangers a lot of havoc as well, and as I mentioned, first goal, you'd be hoping that he kicks on now and adds those goals to his games, because everything else is fantastic.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable player and he's a great guy, and we needed that today. We need a big physical sort of focal point to hit. You get us up the park and by fouls, and I would hate to play against him if I was a centre half, so he done exactly what we needed him to, and his finish was outstanding as well. And obviously last year he was superb, but just sort of adding the goals to his games and assists will take him to the next level, and he could kick on to play as sort of high as he wants in his career if he can add the goals and that. So I was delighted for him today. He's a great guy and his performance was superb, and I said to him after the game I was disappointed for him because I wanted him to be the one to get the plaudits, and he deserved them today. But when you sort of lose the game, not that he gets overshadowed, he was outstanding, but if we got something out of the game or won the game, it probably gets heightened, the praise he gets. But we need Joe to be doing that for us this season. That's what he brings to our team. He's a massive asset, and we're lucky to have him.
And finally, just looking at the bigger picture, obviously this isn't a game that will define our season, but there's much more positives to take from today than negatives, and we'll need to try and take them into Dundee United next week and what's another tough game.
Yeah, I think like what Davey said over the summer, a lot of the boys who started today were here last year, so we've got the nucleus of a strong team. It hasn't been a massive turnover in players, so last year we had that and it was a bit stuttery at the start, people coming in and out of the team, getting used to the club and the team, but this year we've got the nucleus of the team last year who know what it's all about in the SPL, and they know what Livingston's about, so sort of showed that today, and we'll need that moving forward. And the new lads who've come in will sort of have watched that today and see what it takes to compete in the SPL and how difficult it is, the intensity of the games and stuff. So it's a competitive squad we've got, and that's what you want, competition for places. If you're not sort of playing, you'll probably drop out of the team, so everyone's got to perform, and it will stand us in good stead going to Dundee United and for the rest of the season.